Good morning. My name is Dr. Joseph Teff. Or some of you may know me. I may have taught you nutrition and nutrition testing over the years. The reason why I'm here today is to talk about one of the major problems I've seen with my patients, especially the ones that have been out west and came back, but now even being in the Midwest in Wisconsin, I'm seeing more and more people with electronic issues affecting their health and also radiation and food toxicity. So we're going to go over a small demonstration today to show you how important this is and to see what you can do to counteract those toxicities in the food and the toxicities in cell phones. Those are the two biggest problems I see with a lot of severe health issues. And it's important that you get protected, your family's protected, and your patients are protected. And we've done a lot of research over the last couple of years to try and get products that actually work, and most of the products do not work. I've been fortunate to work with Nature's Frequencies the last few years, and they've developed protocols to my liking that's actually tested and worked and shown up positive on the heart rate variability monitors. So we're going to do some testing with some food today so you can see the toxicity that's in the food and how it affects us. We're going to do some muscle testing with some common foods that you would think would be normally good for you. This is kombucha. This is from California. She goes weak when I put that on her. Avocado from Mexico. She goes weak. A sweet potato from Washington. She's weak. A tomato from Washington. She goes weak. This is a pear from California, I believe. And this is fresh seafood from Hawaii. Very weak. What I'm doing now is putting the food on a food card to take away the toxicity. And I went down to the local health food store where most of the food is local, but in this case I purposely picked out food from the West Coast. My patients that will go out to Denver and anything west of there, they're out there for a week, they'll develop rashes, skin conditions, nausea, vertigo, all due to toxicity of the food and especially the radiation portion of it. This is a big problem since Fukushima. Now, a resource for you to go to is ENE News. That's capital E, capital N, capital E News, or Energy News. They'll give you the whole update, especially on the West Coast, of all what's going on. All the fish in the Pacific Ocean is toxic due to the radiation that's coming off of Fukushima. University of California, Berkeley states that 85% of the food grown in California is full of radioactivity. And that's our nation's breadbasket. And I'm seeing more and more of those conditions show up in the Midwest. Now, I've had people fly into me from California with yellow tongues and white spots on them. It is a serious problem. So you need to protect yourself and your patients. I'm going to retest. I recommend that you leave the food on a food card that we've developed to detoxify the food. I just left it here for a minute. But anything within 6 feet of this food card will detoxify your food. We're going to test the kombucha again. She's nice and strong now. And the avocado, nice and strong. Sweet potato is strong. The pear is strong. The tomato, nice and strong. The Hawaiian fish. It's so bad in Hawaii that they're actually urinating uranium on the big island. Nice and strong. Took all that toxicity out, including the radiation. And the onion from California, nice and strong. Now all these foods are beneficial for her, but it wasn't before because of the toxicity of the food. This food card will detoxify that, anything within 6 feet away. So I always recommend to my patients, to, when you bring it home, set this on your counter, bring your groceries in, put it in your refrigerator, put it in your pantry, because that'll detoxify the food and raise it to a higher vibrational level and make it effective. The other most effective thing I've done a lot of testing with is for cell phones and radiation, computers, those types of things. These are one of the major causes of cancer. We used to take care of a lot of breast cancer cases and tumors, and it was all related to cell phones and women texting. They just recently came out with an article and said that 39% of all the breast cancers are caused from cell phones. So let's just see if she tests. She's weak on that. Let's just find out where it's which organ it's affecting. Usually it's the endocrine system. Actually, for her, it's her brain. So the more she has an unprotected cell phone, it's affecting her brain and how that functions. So you've got children with ADD, ADHD, cancers, blood conditions for men especially, they put it in their heart, prostate problems for those carry it on their hips. It'll directly go to that organ and it'll keep working on that. But if you don't realize that's happening, you can have an organ failing because of radiation from the cell phones. Now what I'm going to do is put a protective cell phone patch on the phone. And these just go, or a clear chip just goes right on the back of the phone. So I'm going to put that on now. I'm going to test see if she's strong. If she's nice and strong. We've changed that frequency in the phone so it's no longer affecting her or hurting her. Okay. This is so important for you and your patients to understand this, that you're able to have some protection, because this is the growing trend in the United States right now. The food issue is huge. You can just see I just took organic food from her and none of it tested till we cleared it out. So almost everything now is becoming toxic, especially all through the West Coast. They figure that the lettuce there is more toxic than what's in Chernobyl. That's pretty bad. And no one's talking about this, but this is a huge problem. And we've set this up for Nature's Frequency that you're able to get some recourse and rebate back when you purchase it, so that you're able to make some money on this and be able to help your patients. Thank you for your time and watching this today.